It's a very quiet, pristine, even spiritual place that we're taking them to. And hopefully today they can start to appreciate where they are, way in the outdoors, where people in wheelchairs just aren't supposed to be. The statistics I shared with the group were there's at least 5 million wheelchair users in this country. Maybe 100,000 of them have tried alpine skiing, Nordic or downhill skiing. Probably less than 500 have tried Nordic skiing.
Oh, shit.
And this bunch today are an elite group of maybe 50 skiers in this entire country that have gone backcountry Nordic skiing sitting down. So they've now entered a pretty elite group of people.
Have fun.
That get to experience their freedom. And as Diane Brunswick puts it, let her soul fly. Most people who can't use their legs use hand controls, obviously. But my cars back home have installed hand controls. These are portable. When I fly somewhere, I put them in rental cars or friends' cars. They're not as comfortable as installed control. Once I get in and put my chair away, I brake by pushing down this way, and I depress it this way for gas. And I'm able to actually steer with my thumb if I need to use my other hand for some reason, and do the whole hand controls this way. It's a permanent system. It's permanently mounted. This is my hand cycle. I traded a cross-country sit ski to another paraplegic for this. He had 2 of these, and it's about 10 years old, but it goes like the wind. It's 15 speeds, same kind of derailleur system as you would have on any other kind of bike. Cross-country skiing and biking, you use your cardiovascular system the same way. They're good cross-training sports. Similar muscles, or same muscles are used, but in a little slightly different way, so you don't get too stale. Both of them offer excellent ways to see the outdoors, and plus I can bike with my wife and others. It's a sport that really integrates disabled and able-bodied. One of my favorite pastimes is gardening and lawn work. I just love to cut my own lawn and trim my own trees, pick apples. I have a great garden. I've been feeding our in-laws for a couple of weeks now. I also like flowers. My pride and joy are these black-eyed Susans. Filled many a flower vase with them, and just enjoy making the outdoors around my home look very, very beautiful. I spend a lot of time out here. It's great for the mind and the soul. 2 years ago, I retired after 31 years of working, and as a retirement gift to myself, I bought this boat and motor and trailer. It's a 16.5-foot Lund Alaskan model. It's a tiller-driven boat, which means I steer from the back. And the best part of it is I can fish by myself with this boat if I choose to. I can launch it, I can pick it back up again, and spend the whole day out fishing if I want to. But most of the time I go with friends. I've fished 63 days this year so far. I consider it a bad week if I don't go out 4 times a week fishing. It's one of my first loves. In Wisconsin, we fish from salmon to a very tasty fish called a perch. And right now it's perch season on Green Bay. And just about 15 miles from home here, we're doing very well on catching perch.
Tell me about your accident here in Green Bay. What happened?
I was cutting a tree down and I goofed up and it fell on me as it was falling. And it took out part of a cottage and broke my back. Hit me in the top of my shoulder.
When was that?
1984.
And was anybody else there with you?
Oh yeah, my father was there, and an uncle and a neighbor up there.
Did you notch the tree and it just fell the wrong way, or what happened?
Yeah, we had it hooked up to a Jeep, and there was a light mist falling, and when the Jeep started to pull the tree back from away from the cabin, the tree actually pulled the Jeep instead of the Jeep pulling the tree. And the whole thing went the wrong way. Good to go?
Good to go. Good to go.
We're just going to park up here a ways.
Maybe you still got some control.
Well, if you, the one guy can hold the back of the boat to the right.
Back in 1904, I'd paint whenever I got a chance. I probably had the house about a quarter done, maybe a third done, and that's when I got hurt. So I was coaching youth soccer, and my co-coach was the chaplain for the Green Bay Packers football team. And one day the coach gave them off, and they came over, the Packers, and painted my house for me. A lot of people in Green Bay have a warm spot in their heart for him because they do more than just play football.
So when Jeff got hurt, he was on the fire department with us, volunteers together, and a bunch of us got together and we organized a fundraiser and had us a party and raised some money, and
$19,000.
and a bunch of us from the fire department all worked together to install the elevator. And now Jeff's got access to all 4 levels of his house.
I work with a lot of disabled people. We have a trout fishing pond that they can go with their family and catch fish and other disabled events. But one asked me, they thought it was pretty amazing that we have a lot of volunteers that help them catch those fish and run trap shoots or deer hunt. And I told them that if they think it's fun to catch a trout, they should see how much fun it is to help somebody else catch a trout. So I'm trying to get them to give back a little bit.
I always was an athlete, and I wanted to keep in sports. And I just figured out different ways that I could do things and come back. And my first sport that I adapted to well was swimming, because it didn't take any equipment. But cross-country skiing was my first love. And it took me about 4 years to figure out how to go back and ski sitting down again and have the right technology to do that. So it was always in the back of my mind, but for an initial period of time, I didn't think I could master it again, but now I can. In fact, I can ski faster now than I could when I was standing up.
Well, when I was in France, I won 2 gold medals. I do know that the one good thing about that part of my life is that we trained with the able-bodied team. In fact, the able-bodied men would get in our sit skis for upper body training. We go to ski camp in West Yellowstone Park every year around Thanksgiving.
3 years ago, I took a 4th and a 5th in world competition. Last year, I won 3 gold medals in Europe, and I want to go back there, and this is the big dance, and I want to win gold medals.
My first gold medal was protested by the Swiss, who had a skier who came in 4th place, and if they could knock me out of 1st place, they could have got into the medal winnings. And that was a blow to me to be accused of not being disabled enough. And I underwent a test by 4 doctors from 4 different countries, and not the USA, examined me again and actually found out that I was more disabled than my category had listed me as. So the one good thing that came out of that is my disability can never ever again be protested. Anyways, it took at least 2 weeks after I got home to realize what I had done. I was programmed so difficultly, so hard. I had 5 or 6 coaches out on the course telling me my times, where I should be, where the other skiers were. You're basically a robot. So a lot of us that should have retired after the French Olympics hung around for just 2 more years, we thought, and went to Lillehammer to the Norwegian site Olympics. And through that time, I thought I should try and be a little more human. I realized I was this robot. And so in the Olympic Village, I would stop and talk to other people from countries and my competitors, and as a result, according to my coaches, I ended up with 3 silver medals in the 5, 10, and 15K races, and a combined total, I lost all those races by a total of 20 seconds. And that 20 seconds was the difference between being a programmed robot and a human being. Back when I was on the team, the coaches actually would come to Ski for Light at the race, and I would point out skiers that had potential, and some of them actually tried out for the team, and we had a record that many of the people that made the ski team, like Craig Gray, had their start at Ski for Light.
I first saw Jeff when the U.S. Disabled Nationals were being held up in Rumford, Maine. And I had seen on television when they were competing over in Jackson. My wife and I thought, well, that would be some benign way for us to get out in the woods together. And then a couple of years passed, and I saw that the Nationals were going to be up there, so I just went up there.
Craig, on his own initiative, came to Olympic trials in Rumford, Maine. He lives on the East Coast. He lives in Portland, Maine, and he's always had a interest in trying to figure out how to cross-country ski.
Yeah, Jeff brought me out to the first Ski for Light out at Brainerd, and yeah, it's all gone downhill from there.
And then he went on. He was a good skier, fast skier, and went on to make the team in Nagano.
What's the nature of your disability?
I'm a paraplegic T11.
And how long have you been? And
Since 1979.
was it an accident? Or
Car accident, yep, motor vehicle.
What happened in the accident?
A Jeep rolled over, and I was tossed out.
Wow. And so when did you take up skiing? Were you skiing before that or after that?
Yeah, I was always an athlete, but not really a cross-country skier. I wasted a couple years of a great disability. But now, the opportunities that folks have since the Americans with Disabilities Act, and so many therapeutic recreation organizations like Ski for Light, are just reaching out to people all over the world. When I come to Ski for Light here with my friends, and it's just unconditional, universal love, athletics, love for the sport, love for each other, this charges my batteries for the entire year. So this is, I have to do this.
Craig's a fascinating human being. I mean, he does, if you watched him this week, he's teaching, if not as much as I am, more than I am, the new skiers. I'd love to have him here because he's so good at teaching new skiers the nuances of how to sit ski.
Show me some of your techniques. Like, what do you use? I know you're poling, but can you turn with those poles? And
Yeah, you can, and it depends on what you're doing. Sometimes, just to go, if there's a well-tracked situation, you can just cross over like this and pull through. And actually, you loosen up on the inside pole, but you're outside when you're pulling across like that. You see how that worked? Of course, there are the other turning techniques, coming down this way, putting a fist down. You can turn either way. These are more, you use these more in downhills. Long sweeping corners work well like this. But of course the momentum will take you around the corner, but leaning back.
Oh, I just loved it. I thought it was such a great week, and so I just come back and ski with people and have a great time.
So you love Ski for Light?
I do. It's a great program. There's something magical about this week. People just working with their guides, and everybody is equal here. There's nobody that's, oh, well, I'm a better skier than you. Everybody's learning from each other all week long, and it's just a great time.
It gives a broader perspective on all sorts of disabilities. I guess we're fascinated with how blind people exist in this world, and they share that fascination with us.
I loved it immediately because I love cross-country skiing, and I also had been working in the area of diversity, and in particular with persons with disabilities. So I just love the whole concept. I think it's a sense of community that develops. It's just incredible. It's such a rapport and bond that's developed amongst everybody. And it's not about, visual impairment or mobility impairment. It's about a sense of community and everyone getting together and being part of a common goal.
You know what a real oof to hug is?
Here we go.
Here, you gotta go in circle,
Okay.
then put one foot in, right foot in,
right
and
foot
you
in,
push,
okay.
you push.
Okay.
Okay, ready? Ooh!
It's given me a network of people, blind people and mobility impaired people who are accomplished in life and whose disability is nothing more than just like a hair color.
I'm still not a very good skier. In fact, probably John here would tell you I'm a very bad skier. But there is a sense that is very much in keeping with the motto of the group that if you could do this, you could do anything. To come out here and fall down and sort of flop around in the snow and be very humbled. It allows you to get back up and then go back to live the world that I live in.
And what is that world that you live in?
I'm a federal judge. A year ago, December, I presided over the organized crime trial of Peter Gotti, the head of the Gambino crime family. Earlier that year, and I still handle them, are the 9/11 cases.
I'm a prosecuting attorney in New York City, but in my day-to-day work, I really employ computers. I have a screen access reader, so it's a text-to-speech reader on my computer. I have a program where I can take a Word document and paste it into a Braille translation program.
Technology has been huge. But I think more important than technology is supportive people. I've been with First Savings Bank of Percy in Pennsylvania, Bucks County, just north of Philadelphia. Been with them 38 years. Current time, I'm president and chief executive officer of the bank.
It's an amazing interaction. This is all wonderful about having blind role models and all, but none of it would matter if there weren't an equal number of sighted cross-country guides and skiers who love the chance to teach the skill to someone who couldn't do it if they weren't there. It really is a family.
I recently retired from the Phoenix Police Department and suddenly found myself with time on my hands and decided here's a great time, a great opportunity to get involved with the program. So my first time was 2005 and I loved it and I'm back again.
There's a lot of blind and visually impaired people and people who have mobility challenges that are part of the leadership process. And oftentimes in the world of disability, that is not often the case.
And I'm not president because I'm blind. I'm president because I think I have some ability to manage an organization that was recognized.
Nordic skiing is a Norwegian thing, if you will. And one thing we want and hope to do, especially for those of you who are new to this sport, is to make you aware of Norway's role in its evolution.
And this is an easy organization in which to, step forward and offer your skills.
To the right, half track. There we go. Oh, the right's in. Excellent. Walk forward. You're in track. There we go. Excellent. Very good.
Okay, now we're straight away. The tracks are good. Yep, tracks are good. You're in them. Double pull. Double pull. Let's get some speed out of this. It gradually takes a right. Here, but yep, no, stay in your tracks. Stay in your tracks, but you'll feel it gradually going to our right.
Margaret,
Oh,
what happened yesterday?
a lot happened yesterday.
What happened?
But once we were climbing up the hill,
Yeah.
and suddenly my skis are going backwards. So I had to fall down to stop it. And the other time, we were going forward, and we were taking a left turn, and I went to the right, face down into the snow. Smiling, laughing, and he was asking me if I'm still okay, and I couldn't answer because snow was in my mouth.
Go with your right. Go plow with your right. Right. Very good. Snow plow. Snow plow hard. Snow plow hard. Snow plow hard. Snow plow. Let's sit down. Sit down.
It's just amazing. People say, you mean the guides actually pay to come here? You don't pay them? And that's the truth. The guides pay the same as the skiers. They get just as much out of it. They get something different out of it. They get I think I could speak for many of them to say they get the kind of inner reward, the feeling good about doing something you like and helping somebody else at the same time.
It's been a blast. I've just loved it. These people are changing my life. It's unbelievable what they're doing. It is inspiring me to no end. I'm going to be a changed person walking out of here.
If someone feels I should be pushing him harder.
Not yet.
Yeah.
And he may change his mind.
Right. I'm not giving up on him going back out. Maybe just do the second half of the 5K this afternoon and let him, build that rhythm.
I mean, those guys live at 500 feet elevation.
Right.
So.
Okay. All righty, I'll catch up with you later on.
All right. Get a funnier hat.
What Pagels brings to our organization is more of a desire to reach higher or try harder. And he's a perfect example of somebody who's really stretched their body and soul to try new things.
So was he pushing people yesterday to get up that hill?
Yes, he was.
Were there people that didn't want to go?
No, everybody wanted to go. But, I mean, he was physically pushing people up the hill. He was behind people's chair, sit-ski, pushing along, helping them up the hill.
Here in St. Louis, Missouri tonight. Is that true? And I feel like over the last hour or so, we've got to know each other a little bit better, man. You know, we're all the same deep down inside. We all got the same emotions, you know what I'm saying? And I think that sometimes people get in a little bit of trouble because they keep all their emotions inside.
Yesterday I didn't want to go up to the mountain, but Jeff said to me, come on, you'll come in. And yeah, they helped me and they pushed me up there, but it's great fun. I couldn't do it without them, and all the people are great here. Fantastic.
So where are you from?
I'm from London, England.
London, England.
Yeah. That's where we come from all the way, because it's a good event, and the people are smashing.
I like doing it a little bit, not as much as we've been doing. We've been going up hills, and I love down hills.
Do you think Jeff pushes you too much?
Jeff, no. I could stay at the hotel if I wanted to. Just like being around the people, and I'll just come out here just to do the best I can and just be with the guys.
Well, it's a lot easier for someone like Jeff to encourage people to do something than an able-bodied skier. I mean, if I'm going to encourage someone, they'll say, you have no idea what it's like to be sitting in this ski. Don't push me, but he can.
Are you going to go tubing?
I was, but you know what? I think I'm going to go ski.
All right,
you ready?
Great.
Let's go. Yeah! Yeah! Oh yeah! Eminem! Okay.
Sit your butt down there.
All right. I'm gonna be.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye-bye. Okay, there we go.
Not enough fun. We're not having enough fun today.
No.
Brush the snow.
Group rally.
There we go. Okay. No, it's gonna fall out. Okay. All right.
You must remember to have enough space so you can go backwards. So you can get enough.
Ready?
Okay, on the
Push us. 1, 2, 3.
Done? Ready?
Feet behind, legs on the behind the other person. Yes.
Which way, Marie? You don't know? Oh no, Marie! Where'd you go?
You're such a ham. You're such a ham.
Oh my God! I can't feel my leg.
I live downtown Toronto, which means, you know, my house is hidden by tall buildings and hotels and things like that, whereas here, it's clear, open space. Everything's so fresh. Everything's so clean. The air seems so wonderful. Every cell in my body just tingles.
We had a blind skier who'd quickly taken a shower and remembered that he had left his shoes outside his room, his ski boots, so he reached out to get them and heard the door click behind him, and he had not even a towel on him. And the story goes that he knocked on his next door neighbor and found out that it was a blind skier as well. And he asked if she would call a front desk to bring somebody to open the key to her. And then he stood in the hall for a while and they chatted. And he finally says, "Do you mind giving me a towel? I seems to be caught with no clothing."
I can figure out how far we are from.
Got your GPS?
Yeah. Find itself. It's 1.4K to ski to where we go in on the road here. So that'll make it 4.1, about 5 point something K.
See, there's a difference between liking and trusting. Did you take my skis off, Spine?
I haven't done that. I took them out of the car. They probably there. It's a lot of skis there, but
They have my name on the sides. Do they have them all, or does Brenda have mine? Spine, did you bring all of our skis?
yeah, everything is over here.
Then you should have mine.
I took it off because it was like this when we took it. We have a lot of skis.
I have no idea. Well, I might be going back to the lodge with you.
Well, that's fine. We'll party there.
We'll have a drive back to the lodge.
Brunswick?
Yeah.
Hallelujah. She gets to go with me today.
What?
Start loading them up.
Okay.
No, those are
What was
mine.
this about lightning and trusting?
He said, at one point he said, somebody doesn't trust me, and then he said, she doesn't like me, and I said, there's a difference between liking and trusting. So I like Spine, but no, I don't trust Spine.
Oh, okay.
No. She's a smart girl. See, I thought you took them off to be playing a joke. That's why I'm going, Spine. So they're here. It's good.
Huh? Hey, Guido, come on, Anna. Right up the hill. Yeah, baby. When you gonna That's what I'm talking about.
See you later. Oh yeah, lots of hills.
We've done this before together.
That was quite a ride, Diane. Holy cow.
Very cool. That tree had my name all over
Yeah.
it. I got you. Have you stabilized, so.
So I want some guides farther up that can do the relay, if possible. I can either work the bottom and take them up the first 50 yards, and then staircase it all the way up, okay? And we can just hand off going up. So if you got your skis and poles, walk up with them, plant yourself, and take it from there, okay? Ready? Yep. Go ahead. We don't need no stinking guides, do we? Yeah!
Yeah? Push you over.
Alright, ready? Let's go. Hey.
Okay, we're all clear.
Clear?
Clear.
Sorry. What am I stuck on?
Me. What has happened here now? Are we getting bubbles back here?
Ice down my shorts again.
Nancy, that's the wine and cheese. All the crazy things the mobility impaired do, 99% of them have a logic behind them. The hot tub meetings are to try and get their muscles to relax. You ready to take the minutes?
Yeah.
All right, calling the meeting in order. Anybody want to make a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Eyes are over the nose. Meeting adjourned. To warm up their core body temperature. For instance, last night, my roommate was busy and he couldn't get to the hot tub, and he shivered well over till 3 in the morning because he couldn't get his core temperature warm because he couldn't get in the hot tub. So everything has a reason, or most things have a reason why we do them.
I snowboard a lot, and kind of.
Oh, definitely.
You gotta watch out.
There you go. See ya. Watch out.
Come on.
struggled many a time. Persevere for the most and continue to rhyme. I spent a lot of time walking a very thin line, but stayed true to the cause, cause I'm out to get mine. It's a balancing act, a step forward, a step back. The trouble is keeping the belief intact. In fact, I know the feeling cause I've been there before. It's a hard pill to swallow, receiving a shut door. And it ain't a good feeling, but it will go away. Things change, like I said, tomorrow's another day. I came blazing cause it was the only option I had. Found it from the beginning, so I came with the rap. The little numbers mean a lot when you sketch out the graphs. Puzzles show a picture when they are assembled intact. You gotta have yourself thinking like that. Positivity's key, or else really, where would you be? Hey yo, I believe if there's a will, there's a way. And I believe